Hey, true believers, it's Englentine here. Now I've got this article. It's an old one. It's September 29th, and that might as well have been a year ago in internet time. However, I was thinking about the whole thing about Bleeding Cool. I did that that video today about SJW Marvel dying, and at the end I did a piece about Bleeding Cool being a little bit disingenuous. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to use this particular one to show exactly how racist Bleeding Cool can be. Now, Rich Johnston in his article, Why Can't They Keep Politics Out of Their Comics? Why Can't Marvel Anyway? Really does put down the X-Men for its diversity. Why can't Marvel keep politics out of superhero comic books, he goes on to say. Ever since Joe Simon and Jack Kirby first had a Captain A on his forehead, smacked some anonymous mustache fella on the cover of his first comic that had nothing to do with any political upheaval at the time, superheroes have stayed completely out of politics, and that's the way things should be. Comic books are about escaping from the news and the world around us into a world where people hurt each other a lot and stand around making big speeches. Now let's forget about the fact that yes, back then there was political upheaval, at least in the world, but we're going to give him that one because it's Rich Johnston and he's slow. But these days things are changing. Major comic book publishers have been putting out comic books heavily steeped in political rhetoric, encouraging direct violent action when all you wanted to read was a fist fight. And identity politics has seen old familiar comic books upturned with female characters and ethnic minorities taking over the leads. I mean, take a look at this recent cover. They've taken a traditionally white superhero team created as a white team and turned it into something unrecognizably politically correct. I mean, they're still mostly white characters, and they killed off one of the non-white characters straight away, but it's a betrayal of the original creator's intent for this Tumblr-influenced reboot of something that did not need fixing. It's political correctness gone mad, and another sign that Marvel Comics of today is toadying to the worst elements of the social justice warrior. I think we can also agree that it is guaranteed to be a sales failure. Now, let's start off with the obvious fact that this is Giant Size X-Men 1 from the 70s, so I don't know what Rich is talking about. New cover. Second of all, attacking Storm and Nightcrawler's German, but yeah, we all know about what happened with was Thunderbird. I mean, it's amazing that he would attack these classic characters. I'm just amazed at this. The fact that, I mean, I understood something was wrong with Rich Johnston. It's just, I just did not know his racism or his ignorance of comic books just went this deep. And as far as sales figures, the reason they did the Giant Size X-Men #1 is that X-Men had stopped being, they stopped selling. They were near cancellation. I mean, one of them is Canadian, for goodness sake. Like the guy who writes Squirrel Girl. What is he gonna have? Some kind of super healthcare power? See, right now, he's being a nationalist. I mean, he might as well just join the Aryan movement if Rich Johnston already hasn't. And now the comic has been ruined forever. It's not like they could ever bring the original team back through a different title or time travel or something, because this is comics and that could never happen, which shows once again he's ignorant because they came back as X-Factor. Everybody knows this. But I think the most egregious example of Marvel losing their way is in the recent Secret Empire storyline with Captain America. It is a blatant propaganda piece of the very worst kind. The Secret Empire storyline portrayed a twisted version of the highest office in the USA and as a part of a left-wing agenda corrupted it, portraying it as an ultimate evil at the highest parts of U.S. political and interpreted as some kind of bogus parallel with the current political moves in the country, and in the process utterly insulting a Republican president elected to a high office by the people of this fine country. Not only that, but after the predictable conclusion, Marvel Comics published an issue without any action, just Captain America talking, and desecrated the character even further in the process. And this once again shows his ignorance about comics, because Rich Johnston is showing the classic Secret Empire that told the story with a deft hand and let everybody make the decision on what was good and what was bad, what was good and what was evil. Unlike the modern day version. And now Marvel Comics is sending Steve Rogers on a journey to reconnect with its spirit, but the comic is written by someone known for their political extreme views, and it's not likely to satisfy anyone. And once again, this time I can forgive him because the Captain America issue by Mark Waid is not out yet, so it's understandable why he might even want to use a classic issue like this to kind of make his point. So on this one, I forgive you. As before, I'm continuing to boycott all Marvel superhero comics I like. There are fewer and fewer. To send a message to Marvel while buying all the comics I don't like, there are more and more, so I can better inform you on what's going on. I urge you to buy all the comic books I hate too, so you can experience firsthand what is wrong with America, both the country and the comic book, and what we can all do about it. And see, that once again shows his ignorance. I mean, obviously, he's trying to make a point about the comic book industry, even our criticisms of it and such like that. However, he's taking a lot of words that we haven't said, and he's trying to make an argument about it. Oh, hold on, there's more. Oh, it's happened again. Sorry, I've just informed that Captain America started off punching Hitler, an interventionist viewpoint that was not universally shared then. The X-Men I refer to are actually from the 1970s, which kicked off on I guess it's supposed to say one of instead of on of, the most critically and commercially successful superhero comic books, as is the Secret Empire Captain America plotline. And I made the same Squirrel Girl mistake last. Oh, I get it. So this was an entire straw man argument. Jeez. So you made everything up so you can make an argument about the True Believers or the Quality Control Squad. Those are two names we're calling the skeptics since people wanted something more positive. And instead of actually talking to us and debating, you just strawmanned us. Like I did this video with you, you racist. Because those words are here and we can turn it around just the same as you try to do to us, we can do to you. And I just think it's far too much fun to let him get away with it, guys, to tell you the truth. Now, this is the part where usually I say, this is my opinion, what is yours? But in all honesty, this isn't even about opinions. I saw something today that made me a little miffed with his disingenuousness. So I figured I would do a fun little piece like this. But what do you think about the Bleeding Cool and Rich Johnson and how he basically makes stuff up? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. Also, don't forget to click like, share, definitely share. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. And, of course, if you do like what we do, please head on over to VIDME or to Patreon. The links are in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Help us keep the lights on and help us keep making videos. And we do make videos for Patreon or VIDME, at least 3 a week, so you get some extra for the money. We're going to try to do more, but we can definitely promise 3 extra every week. And we certainly appreciate everybody who has helped us out already on Patreon and VIDME, and would like to thank you just, for giving a thought. It's really nice. But to everyone, to all the true believers, thank you very, very much for taking the time out of your day and watching.
Nobody believes